Prashant, do you know who Mr. D is?
I think no.
I think you do, but you are too scared to say who Mr. D is. Okay, do you know who Mr. Arnab is?
Yeah, the Republic guy.
Arnab.
The Republic guy. I know, my show, the
Yeah.
guy.
And do you know the show Coffee with Karan?
Yeah, Coffee, Karan, I both love you
Yeah,
together.
he loves Karan. Well, imagine Mr. Arnav interviewing Mr. D over cup of coffee. You know you're getting in trouble. But we are going to talk to the team of Coffee with D because we want to know what went on and on in making this movie and much, much interesting stuff. So let's welcome Miss Anjana Sukhani, the beautiful actress from Coffee with D, and Mr. Vishal Mishra, the writer-director of the film. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Why Coffee with D?
Yeah, Coffee with D, there are 2-3 things about the film
Yeah.
when we started writing. Number one, we wanted to portray Don in certain ways, which has not been done in Bollywood. He's always been glorified. He's singing songs, fighting, doing some actions and all that. And we wanted to portray him in a way which is very realistic. Probably the way he's right now living in Karachi.
Yeah.
Probably the
Supposedly Karachi, he does not know.
Yeah, not supposedly. I can tell you it's Karachi. There is nothing supposedly.
Okay.
Yeah, there is nothing supposedly now,
claims.
because now when we are sitting, there's so much happened.
Yeah.
There's, even if he says supposedly, it doesn't matter. So yeah,
Wherever the calls come from, it doesn't
yeah,
matter.
yeah. So
I tried hard, guys.
when we were searching about the film, so we got a lot of links, information from my media friends and everybody that he is confined in a place in a certain place in Karachi, which actually everybody knows, and he's surviving on certain kind of mercy of Pakistan government and all that. So we found it quite funny. A guy who's so powerful, who used to be so powerful and living in a confined place and might be operating his business, might be as powerful. So, and let's put him in an interview with a guy who is very notorious. To connect with the audience, we wanted to name him in a way, we could have named him like Dinesh, Ramesh, Suresh.
But you did go for Arnab.
But Arnab, you get an instant
The connect is
kind
instant.
of connect, and especially in today's world when everything
Did
is
you
so...
know, I'm sorry, cutting you, did you know Arnab was quitting by the time everything was
No,
happening?
no, not at all. Even when we completed the film, we didn't know that.
Yeah, this went right in the basket for us.
Yeah, and actually in the script, Arnab's channel was shutting down.
Actually, that's true.
Went absolutely sahi, ye sab sahi
So it's
hai.
actually the whole film, when we wrote, I remember very distinctively that we used to say this is a film which is not fiction, it is not reality. It is somewhere on the line where those lines get blurred. And actually, that's what it happened.
Yeah, I think unintentionally it's real.
So now, when we see films, like I was watching it day before yesterday. And
How many times have you seen the film?
I must have seen it 40-50 times.
I play an not ex actually, she's a crime journalist herself and crime reporter, and she's on maternity leave. But she still has that streak, that aggressiveness, and she still wants to be updated on what's happening in the criminal world. So she'll like back-to-back watch Crime Patrol like 8
And
episodes
most
in a
important,
go.
she's the catalyst of the whole film.
She's
the one
who kind
which
of
makes
puts the
happen the
seed.
climax and the whole plot. Twice.
So
yeah.
thank you for making me feel integral.
No, what integral? It's there, it's there.
No, yeah, that's true.
How did you approach her for the character?
See,
Because there are times while you're writing up, dimag mein wo
No,
clear
when we finished the script, as I told you before the show, we were never sure that we are making this film because we never thought there will be anyone who will be interested in making this film or acting in this film. Because I was writing some other films while we were writing this film. So we just approached a couple of people and they got like, serious, this is very funny, तो बहुत interesting है, picture तो बननी चाहिए. And then we got like, okay, this shit is real now. तो चलो हम लोग उसको ठीक से बनाते हैं.
अभी आ गया है.
So then, Shabina Khan ma'am, Shabina Khan is very, very kind of mentor, a very close friend of mine. So, but she's a producer of Rowdy Rathod, Gabbar, and co-producer of Sanjay Sir. So, and Anjana was doing a film with them in Marathi, Lal Ishq. So, I went to Shabina ma'am and I told her कि भाई ये ऐसा role है, but I can't have these kind of people, I can't have these kind of people, I can't have a newbie, I can't have a model, I can't have this. मतलब तुम्हें इनमें से कोई भी नहीं चाहिए तो कौन चाहिए? मैंने कहा I have like ऐसा कुछ हो 2-3 option. And then she said, yeah, well, then go and talk to Anjana. As simple as that.
Because the concept is so interesting, there is no way that you wouldn't want to be part of it. Step aside and see the threads or whatever that XYZ is happening. But the concept is very novel. You've not seen any underworld don being interviewed by...
Actually, no interview film ever made
has
it.
ever
Yeah, it's a
probably
contrast because he's so like, you think about it, you're like, ooh, and then there's comedy involved.
And also then there is a lot of reverse psychology used in the
Applied
film.
here.
So
Which is
I think
seen in
it's
the
just like
trailer
the best part of what really makes the whole journey very interesting.
I just love the dialogues, by the way.
Yeah.
You are the writer, so
Yeah.
the dialogues are just bang
Yeah,
on.
Abhar, my friend, and me have written, and Sunil Grover, even Sunil Grover was signed in 25 minutes.
Oh,
And
what did you tell
Yash
Mr. Grover?
No, Sunil again, like I met him because I was supposed to cast someone else, which
What did you tell
which
Mr.
was
Gulati?
almost
Mr. Gulati.
yeah, that other actor was almost final, and he got kind of chickened out at 11th hour. So whole cast is there, and my hero is not there. So I went to Sunil and I told Sunil this plot, and he was like just jumping up and down that, okay, Arnab, I'm playing Arnab, and it's D, okay, I have to do this film. In 25 minutes we were on. I think it was 20 days before shoot.
Yeah.
Just 20 days before shoot. Sunil came on board.
Did you touch any grey areas during the entire process of post-production or even during the release?
Grey area?
As in, मतलब कुछ परेशानी तो नहीं हुई आपको?
No. We were smooth, very
Yeah,
smooth
we
journey.
shot it really
Very
easily. There was
smooth.
no
No,
issues.
never ever a problem. Like one schedule in Bombay, one in Goa. The whole interview happened in Goa. The rest of the film in Bombay.
I think what is happening now is maybe you can call that a little
That
bit
is
of grey.
called a grey
That's
area.
very,
I wanted to
that's
ask.
grey.
That is what is
That's
happening.
dark grey now.
Current scenario कैसा है? ये बताइए.
Yeah, but obviously because we were mentally prepared. Like when I say we, me and my writer friend, we both were like mentally prepared. But everybody else was not expecting because everybody thought it's a small film and there were so many films about D, so nothing will happen. But we were quite sure that something will
It's
happen
going
at some
to
point of
create a
time.
reaction.
Writer
for
instinct
sure.
So we had that instinct while writing. So when these calls started coming and everything started happening, it's quite scary for other people, obviously, like say Sunil or say my producers and everything. But we were mentally prepared, and I was like mentally prepared, and I still am.
You knew it was kind of.
Yeah, it's going to happen
कितने
because
phone call आए होंगे आपको तक? Tentatively कितने call आ गए?
अभी तो 10-12 कॉल आ चुके हैं बस. But now we have a complaint in police and crime branch and everybody is handling it.
If you don't take it offensive, बुरा मत मानिए. पहला जब call आया था तो what happened actually?
No, actually I was quite because
You were
when
prepared, so
Vishal, but I realize he's very calm. No, even
Even
on
on the
set, I've
set,
never
and-
seen him ever scream. He's been chilled out, sitting in front of your, monitor, and he's like, I've never seen him scream ever in like at that many days of shoot. He's been very calm.
Even
So I
when
think he's
that call
mentally.
came, my casting director who was just sitting there behind your monitor, he was there with me.
Oh.
And we were traveling from this place to airport, Sahar Hotel. We were going to party and have a drink or something. So when that call came, so I saw that private number blinking. So I knew who was going to call me private number.
Eventually.
Yeah.
you
So
actually your surety कि phone आएगा drew a call.
the only thing that after
Universe
those 5,
did
6,
it.
7 calls, me and my writer we both were jumping and were saying,
Yes, it's
for
working.
us, film is a hit.
Yeah.
Now these actors, let them take care of themselves. For this for us certification that we hit the bullseye. We hit the right places.
What did the other voice from the other side say?
Yeah, the usual stuff. Now it's all there on TV, so you can go on YouTube and.
मेरा तो personal account है ना, मैं तो बना
Yeah,
enjoy
if you
कर रहा
don't
हूँ.
change those portions that you're using some offending stuff about D, it will be eliminated and all that will be killed and all.
So what did you say?
I said to her, bro, this is very, very, very harmless jokes. These are very harmless jokes. If you want, you can see the whole film. You will not. This is the first film about D in which D is not good.
Really.
I should not say that. Okay. That's the climax.
Watch it.
Okay.
That's a climax. So
Move away.
it's the first film where D will not be portrayed in a certain way, which is again, that glorified
that
way.
you're
But again,
used
he's a hero. He's a hero, which we haven't shown in the promo. So when you see the film, you will come to know.
So he'll be happy maybe. And
He
maybe
should
we
be
can-
happy.
By the end of it, yes,
But
probably.
but the process is not happy.
So
The
ये क्या
process
कोई
is
बड़ी
not
बात नहीं, he
funny.
might drop your call himself.
Yeah.
अच्छा बनाया तुमने.
Yeah.
बढ़िया है ये जो
No,
कर
he
रहे हो.
actually after 5-6 calls he told me that you should come and shoot with us and you should have all the facilities. If you remove all this, you are darling of us and all that. He offered me all that.
So you knew that maybe in the back of your mind.
You were manifesting this. He was manifesting this, Riya.
See when you like I just
If
finished
you're
my
okay, a reaction is normal to come, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think.
Yeah, like I was
we were anticipating कि वो तो होगा ही.
Hoga hi. Even we used to talk in a very light, in a very frivolous manner, but we knew.
Yeah, somewhere
you
I guess
tackled
we
it.
knew
How
that.
did your actors
Because while writing, you always know.
Listen, while saying dialogues, I knew that what
Yeah,
dialogues I'm saying.
They used to keep saying
I
after the
called him
shot,
like a lot
are you
of
sure?
times.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you
Called
sure?
him,
I
was
said,
like,
no,
"Are you sure
I'm
this is
really
not-
sure.
Not going to get me
After
in
the
trouble.
call, what did you tell the actors because we were going to party? They
See,
might would have been there.
You see, only one
How did
who-
the party go?
See, only guy who was affected is honestly not Anjana and Deepanta. I'm happy they are not.
True, no calls to us.
It's like
are got
only
saved.
Sunil, and I feel bad for him, obviously, because he worked very passionately about the film, promoted everything we have done. We went to tours, everything, Delhi and Chennai. But Yeah, we feel that was a part of parcel of the game. We can't do much, and it's about the system and the government to take care of it, because our film is cleared by censor. So once censor clears a film, I don't think we should go to 5-6 other kind of authorities to get the film cleared.
How was your repertoire with Sunil? Because
I know him for so long now.
Acha.
We were not in touch, but so I had done an ad commercial with Mr. Bachchan for a Cadbury commercial, a chocolate commercial. And so Sunil was the one who had actually trained me for it. His body language, Mr. Bachchan's body language, and the kind of little voice modulation, whatever. So I was actually sent to Sunil by Sujit Sarkar. He directed the ad. To learn the tactics of it. And so I know him for that long. So now, God bless, he's become this Mr. Gulati and whatever.
Mashhoor Gulati.
Mashhoor
Yeah, but
Gulati.
was
BBDS.
Was there anything very funny on set that you remember that you want to
He
share?
is. He's a crackpot.
Yeah.
But actually, when you see on screen
Yeah.
in the film, it's such a straight-faced comedy that actually whatever that he does, you kind of crack up. There
Yeah.
were times when we were shooting that most of my scenes are with him. And we would just crack up in between because he will do something really funny and you just like, oh God, okay, stop it, don't make us laugh, this is not the scene. So I think it's just invariably, it's in his DNA probably to be that little twisty.
So it was like a fun film.
It was,
where you
yeah.
had
It was a
great
great
time
experience.
and-
You know, the team is so young. Vishal, then our writer Abhar, everybody production, Sunil, everybody was such a young team that energy kind of multiplies. You know, it was great experience.
Such great actors with great
Phenomenal.
potential. Contain करना मुश्किल नहीं होता. Sometimes they might go off script और आगे पीछे हो जाते हैं. How do you
I
do
think
that?
the people whom I was trying to contain were Zakir and Sunil. Because Zakir के साथ issue है कि Zakir is such a phenomenal actor. I'm telling you, this is a film when you go and watch, and it's there for all the directors also who will go and watch him. They will kind of rediscover him in the film, because the thing was about this role that there are so many people who have played D in the past, from Mishra to everyone. And
they've given it a very hard tone.
yeah, but the way Zakir approached the role, I think he kind of researched every video of him on YouTube and everything. So in the film, there are 2-3 mannerism he copied, which is exactly from D.
Very
Exactly,
real.
like when he laughs, उसके दोनों होठ नहीं खुलते हैं, वो एक ही होठ से हंसता है. So throughout the film, he laughs like that. And he has a thing with समझे, नहीं समझे. So he keeps doing that. So and the thing, because his major part is in the interview. The film is named Coffee with D, but it is about the journey of Arnab. It's not about D.
Yeah.
D is only there, I think, in the film, 35 minutes, 40 minutes? That's it. D is not there. And that we were very intentionally sure that we will not want to have D throughout the film.
Yeah.
Because Zakir was there. And Zakir is an actor who in whichever frame he is, he
Eat
will just
everyone
steal the
raw.
show.
The interview section which you're talking about in the film is when Sunil sits with D. अब ये दोनों बहुत ही vocal actors हैं, दोनों को अपने अपनी जगह आपने contain किया है, और जब साथ हैं, फिर what did you do? कोई मकाया, अब तो सोच के ये वाले
It's the most difficult part, because there was never a film in Bollywood which was made in terms of 28-30 minute continuous interview. So it gets boring. The challenge we had while writing, even while filming, even the day we were filming, and that was the only time I was nervous in both the films. मतलब in second film I was like just sleepwalking. अरे romantic film है तो मैं बना ही लूँगा, मैं तो पैदाइशी romantic हूँ, और coffee with dear है तो quirky है तो बना ही लूँगा. But while interview was going on, I was like, fuck, because how will we hold the frame
Audience for that
for
long.
26 minutes? Audience will think कि अरे यार ये तो bore कर रहा है, एक सवाल पूछ रहा है, एक जवाब दे रहा है, एक सवाल पूछ रहा है, एक जवाब दे रहा है, इसमें क्या है? So our challenge was कि how to make it entertaining, but we can't make it entertaining goofy. वो ऐसा नहीं कि कोई गिर गया, ऊपर से कुछ गिर रहा है, कोई चौथा आ गया, अच्छा तो क्या करेंगे? So that was the biggest challenge. Even my cameraman DOP is one of the most experienced guy, Anshul Chaube in Coffee with D. So he helped us a lot, because in this kind of thing you need proper framing, and the frames need to be so different yet similar, because in this, like we are sitting, like in this, how many frames you can get? You can't. 1, 2, 3 probably. That's it. So we were like, क्या करेंगे? कौन से block लगाएंगे? So those were the challenges more than the actors, because I knew actors on, like हमें first day दिक्कत हुई थी, जब हम गोवा में we were shooting the whole interview, तो first day हमें problem हुई थी कि दोनों लोग थोड़े अलग tangent में थे from our expectation, because we thought it in a very different way, और पहली बार दोनों आमने सामने थे picture में, तो दोनों की expectation और जो लोग play करके आ रहे थे बाकी हिस्सा फिल्म में, तो थोड़ा सा वो आगे पीछे थे. But that's why we haven't revealed anything from interview except that one dialogue. That was very intentional from us, that we'll not reveal anything, because if you love the trailer, because from the hits and everything, what we were expecting, it worked better than that. Film is at least 5 times better than the trailer. That I can guarantee you. I can guarantee you. What you haven't seen is lot more controversial, it's lot more entertaining,
funnier,
and it's lot more funnier. Yeah, you can say
Yeah,
it's controversial, so it's funnier.
So anything else that you want to share about the film? Any other interesting thing or?
I think I would just like to say that it's a very, very interesting film. It is something genuinely very different and something extremely entertaining, and I don't see that people will get bored even for a second. And yeah, the concept's very different. I think people should definitely give it a shot.
Yeah.
Watch the film.
They should go and watch it on 20th Jan 2017. सिनेमा नियर से बहुत दिन से बोल रहे हैं आ रहे हैं फाइनली आ रहे हैं.
मैं आपको बोल देता हूँ 20 जनवरी 2017 अपने अपने घर के पास वाले सिनेमाघरों
दूर वाले में भी जा सकते हैं, उबर है.
उबर ओला कीजिए, ट्रेन पकड़िए, भाग के जाइए.
ठीक है.
कॉफी विद डी, ये पिक्चर देखनी है आपको
और आप बिल्कुल बोर नहीं होंगे, गारंटी है.
Please do watch the film if you want to be rooted to your seat and not go to the toilet or anywhere else, because this movie is so fun and interesting. The trailer says it all, but you have to watch the film and let us know what you feel about it. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much for having us.
So
It was
much
a pleasure.
pleasure.
Same here, absolutely.
TIMC stars, you were watching with Riya Ray, Sushant Sharma और the team of Coffee with D. जाइए पिक्चर देखिए, एंजॉय कीजिए और अगले हफ्ते फिर आइए. हमारे पास बहुत सारे नए नए सेलिब्रिटीज आएंगे, नए एपिसोड्स होंगे और हम एंजॉय करने वाले हैं. इसके बाद हम कॉफी पीने जा रहे हैं हम दोनों. कॉफी विद रिया रे.